How's it going, my G's? Hope everyone is doing well. I have actually, my wrist is a little bit better, but I'm still resting it because I'm DJing on the weekend and I want to be able to, actually mix without hurting myself. So I'm laying off on the production videos for a minute. I'll either get back on it tomorrow or next week, but I thought I'd just upload a little 5-minute video or so quickly to give maybe one or two of you a little bit of inspiration or idea when it comes to writing your tracks and envisioning the narrative and story of your song, and how a little trick that I used to do to get more immersed into the song that I was writing. So what you're looking at now is the artwork for a track called Eremites, which was going to be out next Friday. And I kind of designed the artwork for myself just using Photoshop and some stock photos and editing layers together, and just it's not the best piece of art ever, but I wanted to make it myself so I could sort of tie in together the concept of the track more in my head. So when I was younger and I started producing, what I would actually do is I'd find a really cool image on Google or something of a sci-fi image, for example. I remember this one. It was just a spaceship or something in the galaxy with just a really amazing detailed sci-fi kind of artwork picture. And at the time I thought it just looked amazing. And I would have this as my desktop background on my computer while I was writing a new song, and I'd always be looking at the image and listening to the song. So I related the two, because people see what they hear. People hear what they see. Sorry, I completely messed up. Yeah, people hear what they see. Apparently, that's at least what Bobby Darin said, and he's quite an intelligent man, I think. If you know the film Beyond the Sea with Kevin Spacey, I recommend it. It's a great film. But basically, Bobby Darin, he's a very showman on stage in his performances, and a lot of the reason why he became so successful, I think, is because of his on stage appearance. And as much as I'm a believer in just sound design, and I love music and I only really care about the music, it's true that people's sort of opinion or view on a piece of music can be drastically changed or altered by the visual or what they're seeing first as they're hearing. So there's no really real way to escape the fact that people do in some way or another hear what they see. So and this actually, it does make sense, because when I was looking at this sci-fi spacey image as I was writing tracks years ago, it helped me get really way more into the track, and I would listen back to it and look at this image and then imagine myself in this sort of sci-fi world while I was listening to the song, and then I just got way more involved with the song. So I think rather, if you're struggling with ideas for motivation, or not motivation, but sort of concepts for your song, if you take a theme, for example, I'm going to make a song about World War II, and then perhaps you can find a really cool photo of a sniper in the bushes or something random, and sort of set it as your desktop background and sort of look at it while you're producing it, and sort of try to think of your song as having a sort of almost a storyline to it, or a movie, or a picture to it, is something that I think can help one or two of you out if you're ever struggling. And it's something that I haven't really done for a while. The last year or two, I kind of stopped doing that, and I was just writing music, just using my ears and not really having an image. But in this song, I started to lose a bit of inspiration sort of halfway through, and I got a little bit bored with it. I'm happy with it now, and it's already on its way to the stores. But this halfway point when I was lacking inspiration, I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to start making the artwork for it. So I just decided to start making the artwork myself, and then that led me to become back. That led me to become inspired again to think of a new idea of what direction I wanted to take the sound in. So I think I'm going to be doing this more going forward. I'm definitely not an artist or anything like that, in terms of visuals, but I think no matter how bad or amateur it looks, I'm probably gonna just design my own art while I'm designing a song, so I can sort of tie the two together in my head and get that like audio visual sort of combination already early on, like myself. I think that will help me to like, yeah, basically just to really get the kind of oh, sorry, I'm just completely lost my train of thought. I think you guys know what I mean. Basically, to the idea is to be able to immerse yourself more into each individual song and treat it more like something special, like a special project, because those are the songs that are always going to be the best, is when you're sort of more attached to them in a sense. And I think attaching an image to the song is just one way that you can sort of ensure that you're going to like, you know, treat it a little bit differently, and it's not going to be just any other song, and you can focus a little bit more on writing songs that matter, and you know that you put more energy and effort into that specific song, even if it takes longer, you know. But yeah, that was just a little video today, and like I said, I promise I'll be back with some production stuff as soon as my wrist is feeling a little bit up for zooming around on Logic for 400 kilometers an hour or whatever. Anyway, yeah, peace out, guys. Hope you have a wicked weekend and don't do anything I wouldn't.